Your gaze is not merely an optical tool for capturing light. It is a command post for the quantum field of probabilities. Most people are used to seeing themselves as passive spectators in the cinema of life. But the science of 2026 says otherwise. You are the projectionist, and the light originates from your own pupil. Fundamental physics has long proven. A particle behaves unpredictably until it is observed. This is known as the observer effect. The moment consciousness is directed at an object, the chaos of probabilities freezes into a specific position. Now, transfer this law to your daily reality. People and events around you are those same quantum particles. They exist in a state of superposition, an infinite number of behavioral variations. In one version, your partner is a lazy parasite, in another, a brilliant creator. In one version, your boss is a tyrant, in another, a wise mentor. It is you, with your expectations, who collapses their reality into the form you are accustomed to. If you keep looking for the glitches, the system will keep providing them. Your attention is the most powerful adhesive in the universe. It glues quantum fog into solid, often unpleasant, matter. The problem is that 99% of people use this effect unconsciously and against themselves. You carry mental files on everyone you know. If you've decided a person is difficult, you literally track them in that role. You leave them no choice but to fill the mold you've created with their behavior. This is how the matrix remains stable. We run old arguments in our heads, proving our point to people before we even meet them. You create an energetic skeleton of a conflict, and the universe simply adds the flesh. To break the system, you must realize your total responsibility for what you see. If you don't like the cracks in your mirror, stop staring at them. Changing your focus physically restructures the molecular fabric of your relationships and events. Let me give you a personal example from my own field tests. When I drive through the city, I don't just hope for luck. I enter flow mode. I see the city as a synchronized system responding to my frequency. As I approach an intersection, I don't wonder if the light will be red. I fix the fact that the green wave is my natural state. I observe the green lights as the only possible reality, and the system responds path after path. The road opens up without friction. The same applies to parking in a crowded city. I don't go looking for a spot with anxiety. I observe my empty parking space before I even arrive. I know that in the densest, most overpacked area, my spot is already reserved by my intention. I simply pull up and take what is mine. This isn't luck, it's the technical application of the observer effect. When you stop struggling with the system and start commanding it, the hardware of reality begins to yield. How do you apply this to people? The first technique is called resetting the personal file. Imagine every person in your life has a digital folder in your subconscious. If a relationship is stuck, your folder is full of incriminating evidence and negative expectations. The system reads this file and delivers the same result every time. Your task is a hard reset. You must learn to look at a person as if you are seeing them for the very first time. No history, no memory of yesterday's argument. In that moment, you release them from the chains of your projection. When you truly stop expecting the usual reaction, a software glitch occurs in the system. They lose the command on how to behave toward you, and the quantum field finally has a chance to manifest a miracle. The second technique is anticipatory gratitude. Instead of waiting for the world to please you, thank the system internally as if the event has already happened. In the quantum field, this creates a vacuum that reality is forced to fill. You are sending a signal that the event is locked in. But beware, this only works under the condition of absolute unshakability. Any doubt, any checking like "is it working yet?" is an instant return to the role of the old, weak observer. The magic vanishes. You must be the rock of your new vision. You don't hope for changes, you state them as finished facts. The physical world is inertial. The matrix may resist your changes for a few days, throwing old scenarios at you just to check your connection. People might try to provoke your old reactions, anger or fear. This is where most people fail. They say, "It's not working, he's being rude again." But this is exactly where the operator is decided. If you hold the image of the new world despite the provocations, the old reality will crumble forever. Reactivity is slavery. Proactive observation is divinity. You choose what kind of day it is, what your income looks like, and how others treat you. Simply by fixing these facts in your mind as the only truth. Your assignment for today: experiment with invisible presence. Walk into any room with the absolute knowledge that everyone there is delighted by your arrival. Don't look for proof. Just hold the frequency. You will notice the space begin to clear, people smiling for no reason, and doors opening by themselves. Your frequency is now higher than the interference. Write the phrase "I see only light" in the comments to activate your power and lock this protocol into your life. Tomorrow, we conclude our journey and open the door to a world where your desires become the technical specifications for the universe.